to use one, you can. If you have a hook and you like want to use a crochet hook, you can, but no hook required. Okay, so the very first thing that you would need to know how to do is you'd put your fingers through the loop and we're going to chain. Okay, so that's like creating a long chain, kind of like a necklace chain, onto which you will build your crochet stitches. Okay, so here's how you chain. You pinch, or you can like hook with your fingers if you want to, but pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through. I'm sitting on the rest of the yarn. Pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through. My dad winds up electrical cords like this, and I think there's other real life applications that people do this, like not in a crafting setting. So this should seem kind of familiar. But that's chaining. That's creating a chain. And actually to make the basket, you only have to do this like 5 times. So pinch, pull through, pinch, pull through. So in the workshop, it'll be just like this, like me talking, stopping, showing close, showing back far away. I'm going to turn around and show you. That'll be like just like the live component. That's what it'll be like. So I'm going to take this out. You see how easy this yarn is to work with? It's amazing. It's such nice yarn. Okay, before I get talking about that, I'm going to build a crochet stitch. Thank you. Was it Judy? I think it was Peacock Judy. Thank you for the peach hearts. They're lovely. So when we're crocheting, after we build our chain, it's kind of like building a brick wall where we set bricks down in a horizontal fashion, side by side, and then we turn and come back the other direction and lay more bricks on top of them. When we're building our crochet stitches, there's like at the top of a stitch is kind of like the ceiling in an apartment building. The ceiling of an apartment building is very, very similar to, or one and the same with the floorboards of the apartment above it, right? The ceiling of the stitch is the floorboards of the stitch above it. Okay? So, and I explain that in detail in it's also on my YouTube channel. It's A Domestic Wildflower Blog is my YouTube channel. But, so I show you that really in detail, but I'm going to show you a shorter version right now. But that is, it's really easy to see both in the video that I created for you to watch, and it'll be clear when I'm live streaming. So I think I didn't finish my thought from like 5 thoughts ago. 1, I'll teach you via live stream, and 2, I'll teach you via the recorded video training. That's like probably close to 2 hours long. And it's like nicely edited and well lit and really easy to see, and it's super duper. Okay, so I'm going to build a stitch right now. So first, the very first step in building a stitch is identifying where you're going to build it, or kind of like find the ceiling / floorboard space where you're going to build your next stitch. So I'm going to put my fingers through the loop, reach through that space, that floorboard / ceiling space, pinch the yarn, pull through, and now I have 2 loops on my fingers, or on my hook. Then I'm going to pinch and pull through both loops, pull through 2. Now my fingers are back on 1 loop, and it's exactly like it was a moment ago. I'm going to identify the next space I'm going to reach through. My fingers are still within the loop. I'm going to reach through that space, pinch, and pull through. Now my fingers have 2 loops on them. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see. So you see how like my fingers have like a tunnel, like that I get to pull this yarn through? I'm going to pinch and pull through 2. Pull through both of those loops. Okay, there we go. Now I've made another stitch. I'll do it one more time. I'm going to identify where I'm going to reach through right there. So I have my fingers still in the loop. I'm going to reach through. I'm going to pinch that yarn in between my fingers, pull through. Now I have 2 loops on my fingers. I'm going to pinch and kind of pull that one yarn, or that string, through the tunnel of 2 loops. Now I'm back with 1 loop on. And that are the only stitches you need to make a crocheted basket. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the yarn. Okay, so you could probably get other yarn to make a basket, like you probably could. You could probably find lots of yarn that might work. This yarn is from Love Fest Fibers, which is a super nice company out of San Francisco. They've been a breeze to work with. They're not paying me to say this. I just found a company that I really like, and I think you guys would really like working with them too. They create a variety of yarns, but this yarn is called Tough Love. It is 100% New Zealand wool. Sorry, my skein's all undone here. And it's a high quality merino wool, and it's felted. Felted means heated, like with hot water, and it's agitated, like an agitator in a washing machine, a top load. And when you heat wool and agitate it with water, it's like the fibers are kind of like Velcro, and they link together, right? So they're like really, really strongly linked. Stronger than Velcro, like industrial strength Velcro, okay? So they're really, really strong. So this isn't spun, it is felted, okay? Which means it's not going to unwind or unravel or pill. You know, like on your sweater, like a cheap sweater will have little balls of yarn, it'll pill. This won't pill, okay? It's really high quality. Even more important than that is it is easy for a beginner to work with, like super easy. I can't even tell you how easy, because it is so clear where you're supposed to build your stitches, right? Even if you've never crocheted, just hear me say this. That is the thing that really trips people up when they learn, is they have like little skinny yarn, like from the bargain bin, and it's like so difficult to see where they're supposed to stick the hook or stick their fingers or build their next stitch. It's really hard to see. It's just hard to see. After I've used this, I don't know why any beginner would learn on skinny yarn. I really don't. Big yarn is where it's at. It's so much easier. And you can make a big thing in hardly any time and then have that wonderful satisfaction of creating something and finishing it. But most importantly, it's so easy to see. So easy to see what you're supposed to be doing. And because the stitches are really big, you can see if one looks way wrong or not right or definitely not like its neighbor, right? On a small scale, it's much more difficult to tell. So in addition to being way, way better for beginners, it's taken from those New Zealand sheep, and it's taken to Nepal, where it is felted and hand dyed by a group of about 40 ladies. It takes about 4 hours to make one ball of yarn. It is dyed and felted by a group of ladies. Hey, thank you for joining. The yarn is dyed and felted by a group of ladies in Nepal whose livelihoods depend upon this employment, and they are from an area called Kathmandu, which was devastated by an earthquake in 2015. So it's super awesome that this is supporting, in like a totally awesome way, these ladies who are making the yarn. So also this kind of yarn is really, really high quality. Like, you're not going to make this and then it's going to fall apart in a year. No, it's like going to be in an awesome basket forever and ever, because it's made from a high quality product, right? Really nice yarn. This yarn is like a little bit scratchy because it's felted and because it's wool. So you wouldn't use it to make like a baby blanket, probably. You would use it to make this basket or a cat bed or a rug or like one of those awesome like living room poofs, like kind of like an ottoman. Okay? That's the kind of thing you'd use this for. It's really sturdy and like holds its shape nicely. See how this is not like floppy jalopy? Like, I actually can put stuff in it. I keep my daughter's ballet clothes in that one, and before she did ballet, all the cloth diapers were in it. So it's like a functional thing. Like, it's a beautiful but very useful tool. So that's why I chose this particular yarn. It's not like, it's not like getting a ball of 99-cent yarn from the bargain bin, right? It's like kind of an investment, and I totally understand that it's not, it's not cheap, super cheap. It's an investment. But I wanted to draw your attention to the fact that you're buying a huge quantity of fiber, like a ton of wool, right? It's like a heavy box of yarn that you're buying. If you were to buy that much fiber from Joann's or Walmart or Michael's or whatever, you'd have to get like 6 skeins of the Skinny Lion brand or Bred Heart or whatever, or more. or more, I mean, probably more to result in that much yarn that made a basket that's over 1 inch thick. It's like 1.25 inches thick, I bet. And it's big enough to hold, probably big enough to hold a basketball, right? It's big. It's a big basket, really. So you're not buying like one little crappy skein. You're buying like one really big, really good skein. So, also in the workshop, the pattern that I'm using and that I'm teaching you how to make results in one finished basket, not like a basket and then some left over. Like, what do I do with this? Like, 20 feet of yarn. What do I do then? Or, it makes 7/8 of a basket, not quite done. Got to buy a whole nother skein. No, it makes one complete basket with one ball. Okay, so that's like one really nice thing about having a workshop where someone teaches you what to do, because you're not gonna like make the base too big and then like end up with the sides too short if what you want is the size basket, right? So anyway, I hope that addresses any concerns that might be remaining, and hopefully it shows you how beautiful this basket is and how fun it'll be to make with me. If you can't attend the workshop live, that's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm sure you and I can connect in the Facebook group and I can answer your questions and help you make it. I love, love, love teaching people how to do stuff like this. I'm doing this for fun. Like I wanted to do this. I wanted to do this workshop, okay? Because I love teaching people how to do things like this. So if you can't do it live, that's okay. You and I will find a time to connect in the Facebook group and it'll be fine. And you'll have the recorded training to watch. Whether or not you're there live, you'll get to watch the recorded training, which will teach you the whole process, stitch by stitch, and you'll be able to pause it, rewind it, watch it again, watch it for the next basket you make. It'll be like a valuable investment that you make to teach yourself how to do this. So anyway, my tripod's leaning. I don't want to be leaning too much. Yeah, hopefully you guys have a great night, and I definitely am excited to see you in the workshop. Doors close in a couple hours, so head to thedomesticwildflower.com. You can see the thing at the top of the sidebar there to sign up, or you can click the link. It's wildflower.com/unhooked crochet. But the wildflower part has no vowels, which is, I don't mean to be confusing, but anyway, I definitely want to see you there, and we'll see you in the workshop. Thanks, everyone.